What's up guys, this is Astranox. In this video I'm going to be climbing in RTA because there's the 2 pre-ban in Champion League. So my goal is to of course reach Champion ASAP so I can just ban 2 heroes, and that's going to be great because there's so many annoying heroes. You guys might be in the same boat, you know, like banning Bellion is great and all, but having an extra option would be really solid for me, especially with my playstyle, high speed, high offense. So the first thing is that I cannot ban a hero that is trying to contest my speed because there's other threats I have to worry about, and I definitely want to take one of these out during the ban phase. But you know, when you have a 128, 129 base speed hero that you have to worry about, I do have to bring a speed imprint or more. If I'm facing a player that's just going balls to the wall, high speed, I have to bring like 2, maybe even 3 hero with speed imprint as free to play. It's just ridiculous sometimes. You know, I've seen Hera with like 310, even higher than that speed, and then there's the, you know, the luck roll to see how much CR they will have on the first turn. And if you're not lucky, then they get some extra. They're lucky, you're not lucky, and then you know that difference is going to be enough for them to open up against you. And Hera is really annoying, like, because unable to buff debuff is such a dangerous debuff against me, and she sets up their team as well. It's not cool, but by stacking speed imprint I'm able to do pretty good for myself. And Carrick, I decided to build him on my account now. Carrick, you know, with Tagil's Ancient Book, you get souls, he's able to deal a lot of damage, he's self-sufficient with the self-attack buff. I don't have him fully skilled up. I'll have the stats of my heroes at the end of the video, guys, but Carrick is definitely performing quite well. He doesn't have the greatest of base speed, so that's the thing. It's 116. It's really not that high, but he's a mage. There's the Tagil's Ancient Book, and he's not my main opener. But the fact that he gets, you know, self-attack buff with his exclusive equipment when you use skill 3, skill 1 single target attack. He's got, you know, the stealth, which is boosting his survivability. Pretty solid. I don't have to worry about having an attack buffer. And here I reach master. I just like, I'm not going to be putting clips of battles before because the battles were too easy. And yeah, I mean, you can see that I'm using a very high speed team, and I'm trying to bring Tagil's Ancient Book in most of the battles. My pre-ban is Bellion, and if I have a second ban, which is going to be the case when I fight champion players or when I actually you know, reach champion, yeah, that's going to be pretty sweet. It's going to be like Bellion plus maybe Violet or maybe Angel of Light Angelica. The thing with Angel of Light Angelica is that I can deal with her with Politis, but then if the enemy bans my Politis, I might be having problems. That skill nullifier is really dangerous for me. And you can see here, Rimuru is another very, very dangerous one because he can actually take out Pavel in some you know, higher offense builds on Rimuru, and that means I cannot use the skill number 3 following up the skill 2 with the attack buff, so that is really bad for me. There's other problems, other heroes, like if I don't pick Politis, they might have Politis. If you know, they pick, yes, Celine. Celine is very dangerous since she was buffed as well. Her exclusive equipment, herself, you know, her artifact, which was buffed as well. Together, she can be quite detrimental. So I could be baiting her. You know, if I know who's gonna have the highest attack, I mean, I could be bringing Kayron to bait the attack into him. I could have Arbiter Vildred in there, something like that. But a lot of times, I just want to take her out of the equation. You know, maybe single her out with Assassin Sid. So yeah, what if she would be on Moonlight Dreamblade? What if I'm not lucky? What if she's like really tanky and they have, you know, multiple layers of protection? Maybe they have Barrier, maybe they have Adamant Shield, Ordeus, you know, on a Knight in the team. I'm not going to be able to pop her with like Assassin Sid. So there's definitely a lot of stuff I have to worry about. So it's definitely rough. This is not the playstyle that you want to go for as free to play. To be honest, like, I've been recommending players to go for a bruiser playstyle. You don't have to go with counter set per se, but you can just build multiple layers of protection. You know, you have your Aureus Adamant Shield and your defense buff, especially Aureus. Defense buff together is definitely going to be a major survivability increase. You could have some sustain, you could have a reviver or more high effect resistance. But of course, if you're fighting a player that has high speed, what happens is that you're just gonna get lapped so often. The player with high speed will be able to get so many turns on you, and they might be using heroes that don't trigger counter set, like F.O.O.L, Spectre Tenebria, to name a few. And that player might be able to really start to pick you apart. So you got to be careful, especially if they have defense break. You know, if let's say they bring like like Ram. Ram could be wait, not Ram. Ran with the ignore effect resistance defense break could definitely be very dangerous, and that will allow them to just deal so much damage, like tremendous damage against your super tanky heroes, because as soon as defense breaks lands on you, you going to have some big problems, right? So yeah, I mean, I do like to use Ran, but I really wish I had Pera, man. Pera would fit so much more nicely in my teams, and sadly, you know, I did not refresh the secret shop when she was there, and that really messes my well, doesn't really mess me up so bad, but what happens is that I don't have Pera, so what happens is that the enemy will be picking Pera. If I had her, I'd be picking her, and that means they cannot get her, right? And they will have their best speed gear maybe on her until, you know, the meta changes, and Pera is not performing too well because, you know, there's Destina coming up, there's Armin, the buffed up version of those heroes could definitely be dangerous. But yeah, if I'm going speed, they're just going to take Pera because she's so good. And, you know, having two heroes with high speed against me and three of their other heroes are like tanky, bruisers, reviver, or, you know, crowd control, debuffer, something like that. There's you know, this is problematic because I can only, if I think that he's gonna outspeed me, what happens is that he has two high speed heroes, right? So you can only ban one. So there is that. And in those cases, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, feel like I'm just gonna not worry about how much speed they have, because I hope that I'm going to outspeed them. So now what I will be banning would be like maybe the knight, maybe a Fallen Society, or a knight that's like boosting their survivability by a lot. It could be, you know, an Ice Crow, you know, it could be Angel of Light Angelica if I don't feel like Polite is gonna be let through. I'm dealing with Arbiter Vildred a lot lately with, you know, I have two options. It's going to be F.O.O.L or Sid, but then that's too much green, right? What happens is that if they start doubling up on fire, yeah, it could be problematic. So I might have to ban one of those fire heroes. So as you can see, you know, really Sid has been amazing. Like, I can double tap RB. He's bringing speed imprint. He's dealing tremendous damage. He's not, well, self-sufficient completely. It'd be nice if I would have an attack buff for him, but as soon as he goes, you know, he gets that speed buff and he can land defense break on skill 1. He's able to cycle faster, and even without the attack buff, I'm able to double tap RB, and it really feels good with the Wind Rider. The Wind Rider artifact giving him stealth, boosting the damage of the next attack. So, you know, it's an easy double tap. The skill 3 multiplier is very high. So it ends up working really well for me, and thankfully I have good gear on him. I definitely did invest and put the best gear that I have. Not the best, but some of the better ones, right? Because I have him on speed penetration set. You can see my stats, like I said, at the end of the video to get a better understanding. But man, he's been MVP a lot lately. It's ridiculous. No one's using Sid. No one's using Sid beside me when I'm fighting other players, right? If they're stacking speed imprint because it's going to be a major like speed battle, what I do is I just stack speed imprints, right? I'm just going to be bringing more than them. So I'm going to have Sid, I'm going to have like Watcher Shuri, I'm going to have like maybe Vildred. So yeah, definitely having speed imprints is super important if the enemy is going with, you know, just super high speed. In those type of battles, if you don't start picking speed imprints, then you better hope that your gear and the base speed of your heroes is very high. Because, you know, if you get unlucky with turn 1 on the roll of combat readiness, they might just outspeed you just because of that, right? Or maybe they have the 128, 129 base speed heroes, and you're stuck with your openers that don't have such great base speed, and that means you might not have the best speed on those heroes. So if someone's taking, you know, Assassin Sid from me, if someone's taking well, I have ran with my highest speed at 303, but he has such a great base speed at what, 128, or is it 129? Payra is at 128 or 129. Can't remember exactly, but one of them is 128, the other one is 129. And of course, he combos very well with CDOM, Challenger Domino. I mean, getting pushed, pushing the team, crit imprint for the team, crit buff for the team, deals so much damage. Every crit that she lands, she's charging up her skill 1. It's crazy, it's crazy. Actually, we probably passed the battle, but there was a battle where I actually was AFK. I was doing other things, and I basically, the picking phase is just happened automatically with my highest CP heroes. And actually, like, that player like said hi to me. I just noticed that in the recording because I didn't even pay attention when I was recording. And the battle started to play automatically with like the timer reaching 0 and Pavel opening up on him. So if I don't say hi to you, I don't wave to you, sorry, it's just like I'm not paying enough attention to the game until the battle really gets going. But yeah, I'm just doing more, like multiple things at once. Especially now, I'm doing a voiceover over like the gameplay that I've done, right? And I'm putting you know, clips together. But you know, when I do RTA, I prefer to just do it in one take with my, you know, reaction on top of the battle. It's less information, more like about reaction, and you can see my thinking process behind taking certain heroes and stuff like that. So the next RTA video will be like that. But this one, I really had to just film everything because the climb was so long, guys. I had to like record for, it was long, like over 2 hours or something like that. So yeah, and I could just do other things at the same time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Yes, my stats are high, but I mean, it's a lot of Wyvern grinding, guys. It's been a lot of Wyvern grinding for over 3 years as free to play. But you know, I got lucky with some gear roll. Definitely quite a few pieces of gear rolled, real nice. And yeah, I mean, let us know what you guys think about all that in the comment section. That's it for this one. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.